From the second group.
Hey, will you flip this for me? So I can we'll just say. I'm Chris Turimis with Matt Lautner Cattle TV. We're standing here at the 2011 Wisconsin State Fair. The champion class winners in the Crossbred Steers Show are beginning to enter the ring for our champion overall selection. I'd like to thank our Crossbred Steers Show sponsor, Laufenberg Show Cattle. Be sure to check out their website for more information about their upcoming fall sale. Our class winners in the Crossbred Steers Show, Class 1 was Lydia Russell. Class 2 was Corey Beesbeer. Class 3 was Emma Burgett. Class 4 was Lindsay Keel. Class 5 was Lacey Pode. Class 6 was Colton Sullivan. Class 7 was one of Matt's favorites, Mr. Brock May. Class 8 was one of my favorites, the Gefford calf, sired by Monopoly, Erica Langhoff. Class 9 was Kelly Ritalik. Class 10 was Colin Kinning. And our last class champion was entry number 137, Jenna Brantner. Congratulations to all these exhibitors on an outstanding set of steers. Once again, we'd like to thank our champion Crossbred steer sponsor, Laufenberg Show Cattle. Be sure to get in touch with Dan Laufenberg for more information about his operation based here in Wisconsin. Well, Matt, I guess the wait's over. The calves are in the ring. What are your thoughts?
I've been to the Wisconsin State Fair several times, Chris, and I can honestly say this is the stoutest set of crossbred steers that I've seen in the three times that I've been up here. So anyhow, if we have to pick our favorites, I'd say the class number 4, 5, 6, and 7 darn sure are going to stand up there at the head of the class. Personal favorites, I'd say Brock May and that Langhoff steer. Sure going to be tough to get around. How about yourself?
Well, definitely. I think the May steer is quite impressive. As we've said, he's ultrasound, really attractive from the side, really handles his length of side extremely well down his top. He's very strong and level through his lines. For me, I guess my favorite's probably the Erica Langhoff steer, the steer directly to Brock May's left. I think she's probably just a little bit, that steer's just a little bigger bodied, just offers more internal dimension, just a little more depth of side. For me, I like those cattle just to be a little bolder in the rib, a little more fleshing capabilities, and I think that steer offers that, and he's still certainly in a reasonable weight range at 1325. So for me, Matt, I guess my favorite's the Langhoff steer. I guess it'll certainly be exciting to see these calves get on the move. Obviously, the May steer certainly gets out and floats around the ring, so that'll be a major factor, I would imagine. But certainly a great set of calves. We'd like to commend these exhibitors for doing a great job and getting them ready. It certainly takes a lot of work. They had to give up a lot of their free time to be in the barn to make these calves look this good. And last but not least, we need to thank these kids' parents. Without their parents, you couldn't get this done. And also, we'd like to thank our sponsor once again, Laufenberg Show Cattle. And our supreme sponsor, Sullivan Supply, based in Iowa. Sullivan Supply, the innovative leader in the show supply industry. To check out Laufenberg Show Cattle, go to laufenbergshowcattle.com for more information about their upcoming sale. Talked to Dan quite a bit. He had a class winner out here, actually our class 1 champion in Ali out of a heat wave. He's got a great set for his fall sale, so be sure to get in touch with Dan for more information. And as we stand here, Matt, I guess these calves certainly are holding together in this great weather. It's not like Indiana where the cattle are really starting to fall apart in that excessive heat we were seeing. It should be exciting to see what happens. I guess, do you have any more thoughts on this lineup?
I guess as we get them out here next to each other, Chris, the two calves that kind of pair up together are the Class 6 champion, the O'Sullivan calf, and also the Class 8 Langhoff steer. Those two steers kind of blend in and look a little bit alike, whereas the May calf is a complete total opposite steer, more of a show steer with a flashy side profile, not as much mass to him. So it'll be interesting to see if he'll pair up the calves or kind of go with just overall quality as his determining factor.
For sure, definitely, like you said, that Sullivan calf is comparable in type and kind to that Langhoff calf. Really big-bodied, huge-footed, super big-boned, really good calves right there. Obviously, like you said, the May calf's a show steer supreme, really attractive from the side. It should be interesting to see what he does. But there's obviously a lot of other good steers out here. He could go in a totally different direction. These are just our thoughts and opinions, so we may be wrong. It's up to Blake Nelson. He'll get to make that final decision. He's done an outstanding job today. The steers are beginning to make their revolution around the ring. we'll get to evaluate these cattle on the move one last time here in our Crossbred Steers show. We'd like to once again thank Laufenberg Show Cattle, our Crossbred Steer sponsor, as well as Sullivan Supply, our supreme sponsor. We appreciate their support to bring you this coverage. Once again, at the completion of the Crossbred Steer show, I believe we will move into the Supreme Drive shortly thereafter, so please stay tuned to watch the overall selection for our Grand Champion steer.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wisconsin State Fair. As you said, my name is Katie Workman.
Well, Matt, as these calves begin to move around the ring and we get to make that final evaluation of their soundness and athletic ability and flexibility on their feet and legs and through their joints, what are your thoughts? Any difference in opinion on those calves?
Judges got a real tough decision here. 4 outstanding class winners there in the middle. Just comes down to personal preference. We'll have to see what Judge Blake Nelson decides to do.
Well, you heard it from Matt Lautner. He's certainly been around a lot of good cattle, and as he said, this is the stoutest lineup he's ever seen here at the Wisconsin State Fair. These cattle are certainly complete, really highly presented, and we look forward to Judge Nelson's comments here in a few moments.
I got to cover off the 68. I fired it up and let them horses sing a little pretty thing, a little tan leg Georgia dream. But she's rocking them holy jeans. Baby, what you got going on Saturday? You know, word's got it, it's gonna be a party out of town about half a mile. 4-wheel drives and big mud tires. Let's get down and wine. Oh, baby, you can find me in the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting around watching all these pretty things. Get down in that Georgia clay and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cold drink. I'm chilling with some Skinner and some old hay. Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party. If you wanna drink, go baby, just do your thing. Give up your keys. Hell, why drive when you can stay with me? And then after a while, we sneak away from the bonfire, walk by the moonlight and down to the riverside. Got you sipping on some moonshine. Baby, if you're in the mood and you can settle for one night of rodeo, you could be my tan leg Juliet, I'll be your redneck Romeo. Oh, baby, you can find me in the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting around watching all.
Currently in view is the Pode steer, shown by Lacey Pode. Steer weight 1275. The next calf, one of our favorites, is the Sullivan steer.
Hello, everyone. I am Alyssa Melange.
Here's the Brock May calf.
And we are just 2 of the 11 state officers this year. And we would just like to thank you.
Here is the Retallic calf, currently in view, shown by Kelly. And there is the Monopoly, shown by Erica Langhoff, sold by Gefford Cattle Company.
Is essential, especially in Wisconsin and for the future. So just again, thank you so much for coming, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your state fair.
Well, it looks like our judge is ready to make his comments.
We've got 15 contestants that are ready to go.
Well, as we get out here in our champion crossbred, just a phenomenal way to end up our show today. And I know we still have the champion drive yet, and we've got to see some good breed champions throughout today. But this crossbred drive, my hats off to the exhibitors, to you parents, you guys that are helping out. Just a phenomenal set of steers from end to end. I think you got some major players out here for me, and I'm not going to run through each one of them. I am going to talk about the ones I think that are on my mind that are in contention, and it lies with these 3 steers right down here in the middle. The young lady Spotted steer, as I talked to him in class, he's really an eye catcher. think that chrome helps him a little bit even with that. A really wide base, big top, thick-ended steer with a nice look. You know, he gets out here, he's not quite flexing his hocking one, but still not a steer I consider unsound. And I do like that freshness and look to him. We get to the young man that follows her in line, and a calf in my mind just really solid whenever you look at him. He's nice balance, he's big top, he's fresh in his handle, he's sounding up on his feet and legs. Just puts together a lot of pluses, and yet he's not as wide base as the steer that stands right in front of him, but I think he's got enough power. Then we get to the steer next in the lineup down in the corner. You know, this steer don't have quite as much hair. Just a good, honest, shapely steer in terms of his muscle. Extremely sound on his feet and legs. Maybe not holding together quite as good in terms of his pattern out here, but when he gets out on the move, really pulls it together. You can see that's sure a nice steer as well. Again, extremely tough lineup. If you would, let's give these kids a round of applause.
Well, our judge just finished his final remarks. It looks like it's going to come down between the Pode steer, the Sullivan steer, and Brock May's calf in the Crossbred steer drive, sponsored by Laufenberg Show Cattle. It looks like our champion's going to be Colton Sullivan. Congratulations. He's our champion Crossbred steer. Colton's calf came out of Class 6 of the Crossbred Steer Show. Coming to contention for reserve is entry number 242, shown by Victoria Colway out of Class 6. We'll listen to Judge Nelson's comments.
We got here for reserve and bring in the second out of that class, and another really solid steer. Maybe not quite the player we found in that champion. This calf just one that hits me awful hard. I think it's awfully good, whichever angle you study him from. I think from there, it's really left to the two cattle that are left out here. You've got the spotted steer, as I told you before, really catch your eye. A lot of genuine power. I wish you moved just a little better on those back two. Then we got the heavier steer in the corner there that's really sound and functional to the skeleton. A lot of real muscle shape, and I prefer that extra soundness. I'm going to use him for reserve, please.
Congratulations, our reserve grand champion Crossbred steer, shown by Brock May. Once again, congratulations. Thanks to Laufenberg Show Cattle, our sponsor for the Crossbred Steer Show.